Hey y'all, hey, we are
Good
back.
evening.
I know y'all looking like, where's the other crazy lady? Well, she taking a breather tonight, y'all, but we gotta still talk about some things and all of that. But she ain't gone nowhere. She just not here tonight, y'all. So you just dealing with us today.
Yeah,
So
she's a
that
little
mean,
under the weather.
so that mean I might be on better behavior.
Yeah, y'all two together are pistols.
So I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. But
Hey, ain't nothing
yeah,
wrong with being true to yourself.
I know, but sometimes I get in trouble. It gets me in a lot of trouble because I
What
either go 100 or zero. So I'm working on trying to
what
find
did
like,
what y'all congressman down there say? Good trouble?
yes,
John
good
Lewis?
trouble. He said that good trouble. I'm pretty good at getting into good trouble. I don't know if it's the kind of good trouble he talking about, but it's still good trouble. This the millennial version of good trouble.
Yeah, he was from the old school good trouble.
But we here and we just want to talk about a couple things. Unfortunately, we always got to talk about something horrible when it's in the political realm because that man is in the house and there's always some monkey ball bull that he if he ain't pulling it, he is right behind. So I say her name, Renee Good, and say her name again.
Good.
um
Renee Good.
I know, yes, she is a white woman, don't, and that doesn't mean because she's white that we not rooting for her, but at the same time,
Absolutely.
she's a person and it was wrong. It was fucked up. It didn't make any sense. And it was murder. It is what it is. Um, I really don't understand how this cult can watch something and make up a whole narrative about it. Now, you've seen the video,
Yeah,
right?
it's strange, but and when I reflect, and I know you read a lot of stuff like I do, and
Mhm.
especially around our people and the treatment we've been under in this country, this is just to me who they have always been. They have been some vile, mean spirited, demonic forces that permeate this planet or this country. And the stuff we see now is nothing new, it's just who they are.
Mhm. They ain't hiding it no more. I-
Exactly. Well, they didn't hide it then. They just, when new civil rights legislations, they tried to put it undercover, but it was
Mhm.
always there. It never changed. They've been mad since the Civil War and the end of slavery, and it went undercover because Ronald Reagan was their boy. He did the same thing that this guy did. Slogan was "Make America Great," air quotes. And so he did that. He used the welfare queen, attacked affirmative
Mhm.
action. Then they went on with the Willie Horton. Um,
Black
what else?
violence rape. Was that his name, Willie Horton? The black
Yeah,
guy that they talk?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was another one.
Mhm.
It was affirmative action and the civil rights, but nonetheless, it's the same thing. Because again, when you read those books, and you just read Black Fortune, we're gonna do a report on that one.
Yes, we gotta talk about that one.
Every move we made in this country for self-reliance, self-sustaining, no dependence on the government for as little as we possibly can, they came in and destroyed it. Here in Detroit, we had a thriving Black bottom. Black businesses, bars, lounges, hotels, restaurants, dry cleaning, you name it. Everything. Doctor's office. They put
Mhm.
I-75 through it, destroyed it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like that's what they do. It's fun to them. I swear I don't understand. But then you turn around and say, well, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Ain't that what I did? I did that. And then you took
Right.
the soles of my boots and then left me with these things around my ankles. What good is that doing for me?
Yeah, Dr. King's famous quote was, and I might get it wrong, but he said, "How can you pull a man pull himself out of bootstraps when he ain't got no boots?"
Hmm. Well, let them tell it now. We got boots, or if we do, we ain't got no strings in them.
Exactly. So
So it's not gonna do anything. And it's sad is the smallest word that I can think of, but you know, we'll figure it out. We always do, and we will get the hell on some kind of way, and somehow we just gotta keep pushing.
yeah, we're
Stay.
resilient, but yeah, we're resilient, but America's gonna face a reckoning. They think because they got the power now, and James Baldwin talked about it. They really don't have the power. They think they do. But
Mhm.
it's going to be a record. Nobody can continue to do wrong and expect you're going to get good out of wrong. The universe just don't work like that. And
Mm-mm.
America going to pay a hell of a price for all the wrong they have done to the folks, black and brown folks and white folks in this country and in the world. And it's coming to a head. It's coming to a
It's
head.
we just gonna sit back and sip our tea. Um, I saw a post on TikTok today where this lady was saying now that Miss Good was killed, the white people saying, "Well, where are the black people? Where are the black people? Nobody's standing up. Usually, the black people are the ones standing up." And she said, "Baby, we told y'all we sitting this one out. We gonna support you from over here. We gonna let you do what you do." And it wasn't an issue until now that she has been killed. And it's unfortunate that she has been killed. Let's
Absolutely.
keep pushing that. It's very unfortunate that she was murdered. Let's call it what it was. But like she said, now y'all looking for us. Don't look for us. We trying to figure out what we gonna do for us in the shadows by ourselves. Y'all go ahead out in the front line because now it's affecting you and you want something to be done. And it's always that way. It's not until something affects you that you want to jump. And I guess you can say that's human nature. Um, but at the same time, all the bullshit that's happened to other people is gonna come back to you. You are in this place. You're gonna be affected at some point. And it's like, wait on
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You remember when 9/11 happened and the towers went down and the Pentagon incident, if you will?
it.
Then there was a rally cry, let's be united, let's fight in the Middle East as opposed to the Midwest and all these other kind of slogans. And we are Americans and we need to stick together. Hurrah, hurrah,
Mhm.
hurrah. So I sat back don't get me wrong, it was a tragedy. It was
Yes.
awful that it happened. I'm against violence, period. But
Period.
I sat back and I watched. I said, now here we are on this unity trip, but let the time pass. White folks gonna be business as usual. I hate blacks, I hate browns, I hate Latinos, I hate Arabs, I hate LGBTQ, I hate. Business as usual. And here we are
Mhm.
again. Business as
Here
usual.
we are. Here we are. I mean, I beg to say the same thing. You know how a natural disaster hits, you know, the hurricanes hit and all of that, and oh my God, America's strong and we come together, and this is how we always are. This is how our communities run. Do, 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 do. But as soon as the last piece of timber wood is picked up, you don't even know the man next door anymore. You don't care if he can't he didn't have insurance on his house the way you had it on yours. And now his story is, oh, he's getting all the government assistance. He has to go. Well, he didn't have homeowners insurance that covered as much as yours did. So now he ain't shit because he didn't have as much as you. But wait a minute, he was just your neighbor, your friend, your family.
Yep, they did that in New Orleans when Hurricane Katrina. Remember,
Mhm.
the insurance company denied a lot of claims, but those more white and affluent people, whomever, professionals, they appealed and they eventually got theirs. But those poor blacks in that fifth ward, that insurance did not give them their money.
And them
They
people was
did
living
not
in
give
them
it to them.
trailers for how long?
I can't even remember.
They can't either because they, well, should I say, they remember very well because that's all they know now. Unfortunately, it's like they've been living in those trailers for 20 years. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah,
It's it's sad that, we have to have these conversations about it in this way. And Jasmine Crockett made a good point on the floor, when she said, remember when Charlie Kirk died? It was all an uproar because we said it was sad and we moved on. We going to jail. We going to hell. We wrong. She didn't say those words. Those are my words. But now that this woman died and she don't fit the narrative that you want her to fit, it's, oh well, on to the next. No,
right.
like, and it proves the point even more of what we were trying to say to white people for the longest. It ain't because you white that you get to be in his good graces. It's the ones with the money in white, or the ones that kiss his ass in white. If you just regular ass white, you out here with us.
Yeah, but
And
it's a sick mindset they have, because how can they be okay with nothingness as long as somebody else don't get it that don't look like them? It's okay. If I don't get it, that's fine. But long as the blacks ain't getting it, the browns, the Latinos, the Mexicans, the Arabs, the LGBTQ, long as they iced out, I'm good with it. And that's just like the tone and tenor of the country. How can poor working people be happy, be satisfied with jobs taking away pensions and health care and wanting to take away Social Security? How can you be happy with that? And you don't have millions and millions of dollars to rely on.
You barely got thousands of dollars to rely on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Part of me feels like either they done hoarded a millions of dollars in a bunker that we don't know about. They got a rich billionaire cousin in the Hollywood Hills that they gonna fall on, or they really are ignorant and they just don't know that the things that they are going against is going to affect them. I think they feel like it's gonna touch us, but it ain't gonna be no big deal when y'all are getting most of the benefits. Like, I really don't, I think they're ignorant to it. And that's,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's like, is that me trying to get them an excuse or just trying to make it make sense? And in my head is, I think I'm trying to make it make sense because there's no reason why you want to fight against healthcare incentives, tax incentives, when 90% of y'all is either on Medicaid, Medicare, or on Obamacare. What are you trying to get rid of that for?
Yeah, I think, to me, I think to the Obamacare situation, I think when that rolled out, the narrative poisoned it, because
Mm-hmm.
technically it is not Obamacare.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ACA. That is
Mm-hmm.
not the name. It's the ACA, Affordable Health Care Act. I mean, Affordable Care, whatever it's
Yeah.
called, ACA.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they kept using. I'm not on private from my job, so Blue Cross with me. But nonetheless, they kept using that narrative in the media, and that tarnished it, because that black face, that black president face, was still connected to it some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And that black face in their face kept reiterating about the loss of control. So they think that power, that black man had the audacity to occupy the top job, a political job in the country for 8 years, brought his black
Mm-hmm.
family in there and lived in our house. They can't get over it. They
With
cannot
no
get over it.
scandals. Let's make sure we put that out there. His biggest
No
scandal was the
scandal.
brown suit. The brown suit, really. But
Yeah, right. Right.
I,
Like
it baffles.
with y'all, right, with the man down there, Jamal Bryant's wife, wore the outfit to the mayor's ball or whatever it was down in
That was a
Atlanta.
bomb dress.
So
I
what?
don't care. That dress.
Who cares?
And to
That
see
ain't
black
got nothing
people.
to do. I mean, I get where they trying to say decorum for a first lady. Okay, fine, cool. But at the end of the day, what do that has to do with your gas prices, your food, your prescription coverage, and getting you some health care? I could give
Nothing.
a damn what that woman wears. That's her business.
We have to still add the fact that she looked damn good wearing it. I'm sorry.
She absolutely
I
she
mean,
did.
so here I am. If I'm a man and my wife chose to wear that and she looked good in it, I'm flaunting that. I'm sorry. And that why old people, old men get younger women to flaunt them as eye candy? I mean, not saying that he's an older
I
man and
get
she's a younger woman, but the eye candy aspect of it. If she can wear that dress at her age, honey, I'm putting her around like a ballerina. I'm just saying. He
yeah, I
should be
mean,
wearing.
I get it, that yeah, that image to protect and don't want to give rise to sin by showing the body. I get that, but again, at the end of the day, we got bigger fish to fry than what that lady wore for a party. To me, for those who
You
want to focus their time and energy,
look, them the folks we need to
go
go
right
find
ahead.
because apparently they got their life together and we need to get with them to figure out what we need to do. So they should make themselves available. So if you out there and you got your life together and you can talk about that man wife, hit us up so we can get with you. That's just my
Come on
thoughts.
the
Cause
show.
come on the show, you can come to my house. Come to my house.
Text
My
me,
garbage
email
disposal
me.
just went out. I need some help.
Right,
Mm.
right. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. This country is people just weird to me. I mean, it's just weird to me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think it's if we try to figure it out and make our mind explode. So all we can do is figure out the little pieces that pertain to us and keep it moving, I guess. I don't know. It's horrible to say, but
Yes, you try to enlighten a little bit, but you only can do what you can only do because, like I said, it's just weird. Like my mother used to tell me growing up as a kid, she'd say, "Baby, you don't spite your nose to," what did she say? Don't
to get
spite your
along,
nose to hate your face or something to that.
something like that.
Yeah, I
What's
can't.
the
Don't cut your nose. No, don't cut your nose off to spite your face. That's what
there
she
it
used to
is.
tell me. In other words, why you hurt yourself? Why you hurt yourself? Love yourself. Just because you don't like that, so that you want to throw the whole thing away?
Just cut off a
Crazy.
little piece of it, gone and get. I don't know. These folk crazy, but enough of them. Now, you were saying, I will be honest. I've seen the things about going on with Iran, and I have not dove into them because I was in another book. We got to talk about this other book I've been in. So, um, so I have not dove in it. So please let us know what is going on with Iran.
So, from the news reports, they have a rebellion, a civil rebellion against their government. They're complaining about the cost of living, the high cost of living, shall I say, just the overall tone and tenor there, still under that strict, restricted religion mindset with wearing the hijab. Some of the women's they shot and killed someone, a lady who didn't, or imprisoned her or something, who didn't have on her job. And again, the country is in bad shape economically. The cost of living, the food prices, it's just reaching a boiling point, and they're tired.
So
That
they,
has been a boiling point. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm about to say something ignorant, but they where we
No,
headed.
go.
Like
That's what it appears. Yep.
we tired of eggs being $13 a dozen. We tired of gas, the only thing that's cheap. But we ain't got no money to go nowhere else with the gas that we got. So what's the point of gas being cheap? So yeah, they where we headed.
Absolutely. I mean, again, people just weird. I don't understand how people think that giving tax breaks to millionaires, billionaires, and corporate is a good thing. Now, I'm for government and private industry blending together for a common goal or good for jobs and get a tax dollar going and keep the city lights on, fine. But they can't always get all the breaks and you throw the people away. We need breaks too.
Because if we don't have breaks,
And
we
that's
can't
where
buy the products. We can't feed into the
exactly,
economy if we don't have a
exactly.
break. Like that part baffles me as into why is that not common sense?
Right. And it's okay for you to have one or two people with all this money, and you have so many others that are impoverished or struggling to make ends meet. They did a study or whatever it was, a blurb about the wealth of Musk and uh, the Amazon guy. What's his name?
Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, yeah, and Microsoft guy Gates and a few of those others. They have just about 5, 6, 7 of those folks. They have more wealth than almost over half the people in the country. That's just insane. What can they do with it?
It'd be like Drake. He said, "When I die, put my money in the grave."
Well, the grave digger's gonna come and dig it up.
I'm gonna be ignorant. I write him a check for everything he got in his account and bury it with him. Then drop that check in there.
Right. So that's kind of what's going on in Iran. So they cut their internet off and they cut the media off because internet is a way of getting information, and the people are mobilizing in large numbers. So they don't want them to see, so they can join in, and they're trying to suppress that opposition or those people that are protesting and just fed up with being mistreated and oppressed. And so that's where we are in Iran. And this clown we got, he's wanting to protect those protesters, saying they bet not shoot at them or harm them, or we'll shoot back, and all this other kind of jive, this big bravado talk. And he could even go to a military cause some heel spurs or some corns on his toes or whatever he had. Yeah, so bone spurs.
Them people can protest for the same shit that he's doing over here, but we protest, we die.
Yep, exactly.
So but it's supposed to be America first.
But whose vision or view of America? That's the thing.
That part. Well, yeah, they got to clean
America first. Yeah, America first was excluding of black folks. Remember, we wasn't even considered human or a part of the citizenry.
Okay, so this might sound ignorant that you say that part. Maybe I need to go read. What was that? There was a amendment that said we were 3/5 of a person, correct?
Correct.
Then we had the 13th and 14th Amendment that eradicated slavery and gave us rights. Did it ever go back and say that we are a whole person?
I can't recall it.
So technically, we still 3/5 of a person. And because we are not a person.
So if we 3/5, what 3/5 are we? Is it here, down here, cut off here, the legs extend? I mean, what's the 3/5?
Here down. So we know we're not supposed to have a brain, and we can't have a mouth. So it can't be the head. We just, especially for women, we just a womb. That's it. Just a womb, some incubators. But I don't know about that one either, because they don't want no more nigga babies. So I don't know. I don't know, but I sure know our head ain't included in that 3/5, because you got angry black women and the black men are dumb.
Birth of a nation.
Yeah, so it ain't our brain, it ain't our head. So I don't know what part it is. They got to figure
Yeah,
it out.
but it's interesting to me that they want to give us that, but hell, their actions show more than ours did or do about humanity. Remember what you and Stacy said a few shows back about how when that was told that if you get lost or having some trouble out there in the streets, go to your black woman or black family. Remember the comedian had the show from South
Hmm.
Africa. His mother told him, yeah, if you get in trouble, go see a black woman. So to me,
Yep.
it shows more humanity than them other folks saying we 3/5 or 3/4 or a quarter.
I don't think humanity is included in being a human. But I say that out loud, it sounds funny. Because they supposed to be all the humans, but they have no humanity. They have no, as Stacy said, they have no soul.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
and then
it's
we are all heart. See, there we go. I prove my point. We ain't got no brain. We just all heart. I just I don't know how that works. Look, I gotta get them bring my charger. It doesn't make it just doesn't I don't know. That's living in this country. We gonna be here though. Until we get the hell
oh yeah,
on.
we going. Yeah, but the thing is, they don't understand. We tied at the hip. If we go, you go. So they
Yeah.
think, right. So they think we go, they don't need us. They can use other folks, Mexicans, and have them do the hard work. But it's
They're
still one and
handpicked
the same.
Mexicans. Handpicked Mexicans.
Right. But they're still one and the same. You can't stand independent. You attached to the hip of somebody for your livelihood, for your way of life. And to show it, all you have to do is look what these tariffs have done and this roundup with ICE going after the Mexicans and the Latino and brown communities. Well, look at the farmers. They crying. That population controls our food.
Yeah.
The farmland, the meat packing company, and the hotel industries. Those are
Computer
three
charger.
industries that's tied to Mexican labor.
I need my computer charger. It's black. It's on the side of my bed. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Sorry.
They tied to our labor. They tied to the driving force of this country. Your food industry.
Your food. I mean, I guess since they got all this money and they have all the ranches and the farms, they can go out there and kill their own cow in the morning and eat off that for the week and throw the scraps away and give it to their little peasants that are there doing the farm and make it back like slavery. That everybody else just we eat the pigeons in the air in the sky. I guess I don't know, but I don't. That's why we need to learn how to farm. I got to learn how to grow me some potatoes and stuff because I got the worst green thumb. I be killing everything, and I don't know how. How I used to work as an interior horticulturist, and I'd kill everything. So go figure.
Well, you got to connect with it. It's a life form, and you got to talk to it and show its attention and affection. And you got to read up on what grows best, how to farm in your area, and check that soil is the soil good, and also is that water good that it's being planted
See,
and
that's a
absorbing.
whole job right there. That's a whole three people job.
Absolutely, it is.
That's my problem. That's it right there. Mm-mm. We gonna work on that. See,
Absolutely, it
that's
is.
why they need That's why they need us and these Mexicans because that's three people job that they ain't gonna sit and do. You know, I
No,
need to
they're not.
learn how to do. I
Yeah,
definitely
they're not.
need to. Well,
Yeah, we grew up. My grandmother had a garden. We used to have to get up in the summer. We go over there and stay at her house. Had to get up 7 o'clock in the morning and go out there to that garden.
really, I think my grandmother. We used to shell peas and shuck corn and all of that stuff, but I think they went to the farm to pick it. Well, my grandmother had a farm and they told her she was crazy. I don't even want to call it a farm because she had a couple chickens, a little goat, and she had all her vegetables. But we was in the middle of the city, and they told her she was crazy. It didn't last long. It didn't last long at
Yeah,
all. We had fun tearing it up.
yeah. Some of those city ordinances won't allow some of that animals, chickens and goats and stuff. It's under certain regulations, but nonetheless, it might not be such a bad thing because the cost would be a little cheaper, but you're gonna have to put the hard work in. That's for sure.
They have an
Put the hard.
ordinance thing now out. I don't know if it's everywhere, but I know out here in the country where we at, if you own more than 2 acres of land, or is it an acre of land, you can have a horse or a cow and get a agriculture tax write off. Um, you have to have at least an acre of land to have a beehive and chickens. So we right up under an acre. I got 0.7 acres. I can't do nothing but pay taxes. Um, but there's like, and I think I don't know if I'm becoming one of them conspiracy theory person. Black people, we can't all get an acre of land so we can get that tax write off. So that's another way of keeping us down. But I mean, I don't doubt it. It's a way. Everything is tied back to restrictions and holding people back in some kind of way. So while I'm over here being facetious toward myself, there might be truth behind that. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it would be nice if we did more holistic approach to living because they got a stranglehold on it, and this food is not any good. If you cook or go out to eat, this food tastes horrible. You don't have no taste. It's expensive. You putting a lot of salt or sauces or butter on it, trying to get a flavor. It's tough. It's old. It's dry. It's awful and expensive.
And expensive. Got to put that in there a couple more times. Is it just me, or when you eat certain things like in the 80s and 90s? Okay, I don't remember the 80s that much, but I definitely remember the 90s. I'm a 90s baby. Little Debbie snack cakes and cereal were the best things ever. Like they taste so good. Now it tastes like paper. Like my daughter is 18. I have not eaten a bowl of cereal in 18 years
Wow.
because cornflakes was my jam. You some cornflakes, put some sugar on them, some bananas or some strawberries. I could eat that all day, every day. You can't pay me to eat a cornflake. Fruity Pebbles, I absolutely love them. I can't eat those things. They're horrible. And Swiss roll cakes, I would take I like all of that stuff tastes like nothing now. And I'm
Yeah,
like, is it just me?
no, it's not you. It's just the way it is. Butter is not like it used to be. The sugar isn't. There used to be a candy when we was growing up in the 60s and 70s. My aunt used to get them. They would sell those Katie that little pecan chocolate stuff in the little tin can.
Mm-hmm.
Those were so good. I haven't had any in years, but the last time I had them, like, what is this? This is not even tasting like nothing.
You know what tastes horrible? The tin of grandmama cookies, that blue tin that start with a D,
I
with
know what
all of them.
you're talking about.
When I tell you that stuff is nasty now,
Yeah,
they don't last because grandmama hiding them anymore. They last because they don't taste like nothing.
yeah.
Like I don't want to eat that. Like it's horrible. The strawberry, the field strawberries even taste different.
Yeah, the fruit's not even sweet. That fruit is terrible. And it
The
goes bad so fast. And they're supposed to have all these preservatives on it to last longer. And it goes bad quick.
Yes,
Quick.
yes. I just, and I understand that, it's more of us, it's more people, and, we need convenience. So they had to find ways to produce food faster. I truly get that. However, dot, dot, dot. The nutrients is gone. Everything is gone from
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Granted, I understand my husband makes a good point because I was trying to not eat a lot of things that said GMO, the genetically modified. But when you think about it, some stuff just had to be like, you can't catch me eating a cuties, those little oranges, or a seedless watermelon. I'm not eating that.
I don't eat
Like,
any seedless fruit. None.
heck, I'm not eating that. It's genetically modified. But I guess in some cases or some neighborhoods, that's the only way you're gonna get some fruit.
Yeah, we have farmers markets. So those farmer markets here, and I'm pretty sure you guys do too.
Hmm.
They're more focused, or their business motto is the locals. So
Hmm.
those local or maybe smaller farmers, they can bring their stuff to the farmers market, and you can get it because then they're not competing with the corporate farmers. Those corporate farmers who pushing that mass production, so they don't let nature take its course, because they had said that those beef and chicken, they're in a
Hmm.
barn or a big space,
Cage,
yeah,
yeah.
cramped in together, and they're breathing all this carbon from their
Hmm.
own breath and so forth, and it's just not conducive for health.
Hmm.
And they pumping them up with antibiotics, which isn't always good. So the cows or the beef has that E. coli, I believe it is E. coli.
Yep.
Well,
Crows always got a recall on beef for
right.
E. coli.
They said if the cows would graze what nature intended them to be, it would eradicate the E. coli by 90 some odd percent.
Hmm.
So if we can do that, small farmers
Do
market,
it. Hmm.
yeah,
And then you think
might
about
be
the
a little
chickens
pricey
as
though, but
well. The
yeah,
chickens, you think about how they're all pumped up with all that stuff, like you said, antibiotics, and we eat it. That means our bodies are more resistant to the
resist.
antibiotics, and then we have to go and be sick for a minute to figure out what uh RoboCop antibiotics that we can get because
Yep.
if we have some issues, so it's so crazy how they just. I get that something has to be done, but dang, we gonna
Yeah.
kill us in the process.
Yep. You brought up antibiotics, and you know where my specialty is. So I gotta go there
Come
since you brought
on.
it up. So unfortunately, with gonorrhea,
Hmm.
they're down to only a couple of antibiotics to cure it because of that resistance. PPNG, that's that resistance gonorrhea. And again,
Hmm.
I've been 24 years. They have changed the gonorrhea medical guidelines so many times. So now they're at the citrafloxacin or the Rocephin. It
Hmm.
used to be 250 milligrams, which is an injection, but now they put it to 500 milligrams because the 250 wasn't doing the job. So when you brought up the antibiotic and you said building that resistance in our bodies, that is so true, because now they only down to a couple of antibiotics that we can use to prevent gonorrhea. And of course, if you can't cure gonorrhea, you ain't saying nothing yet. You talking about needing some insurance, because they're gonna be jacked up if they can't get that out their system.
Yes. That's why we can't be out here see that having too much fun. You gotta watch who you having fun with. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they got a couple. So I think what they will do, they'll just continue to try to increase the dose for that to find that cure. But that's what people really have to be careful. Just like you said, we're getting this food with all these antibiotics uh, pumped in them. It's
Hmm.
coming into us as well because we're eating it.
We are what we eat.
Are what
Well,
we
that's another reason to say watch what you playing with, because you are what you eat.
eat.
Mhm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah, so
That's
we digress, but I had to throw that out when you mentioned antibiotic and other resistance.
I mean, it's a segue. It's a good segue. We got to get another one of those because Valentine's Day coming up and people gonna want to go have fun. We got to be able to tell them you got to look, you got to check papers
Well,
and stuff.
we don't want to scare them so they won't get their little hearts and chocolate and flowers and maybe a hotel night and massage and spa. So we don't want to end that industry. So we just be light with it.
Look, we're gonna have a PSA, gonorrhea. Be on the lookout. Just be safe. We gonna pop an
Be safe.
antibiotic before we go play, so we try to kill it. I don't know. Don't believe, don't listen to
Absolutely.
me.
You're right. Remember I told you about that PEP.
Right,
That's that
yes.
prevention of syphilis. Not PrEP. That's that 200 milligrams of doxy that prevents chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. So maybe you got a point.
Look, put it in your purse. Just put your condoms and your pep in your purse. Go on about your business. No, you can't leave home without it. That means your whole bag is a little different, ladies. It's more than deodorant, an extra pair of panties. It includes pep as well. It
Hey,
is needed.
whatever it takes, you gotta do it.
Thank God I'm married. Okay. I ain't about that life no more. I
Right.
can't do that. I can't do that.
Nah, it's over for me.
Yeah, I can't do
Let
that
the
no
young
more.
people have
Yeah, let the young people have
it.
it. Yeah, because I
Let the
hear
young
nursing homes. I was there. I go on TikTok. You know, it wasn't TikTok. I was watching some. I be watching weird documentaries on YouTube, and that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I watched a documentary about STDs and everything in nursing homes, and I remember we talked about that again. This documentary came out last year. I'm gonna go find the name of it too. But yeah, STDs is running rampant in these nursing homes. Gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, and it was four that they were focused on. I can't remember the other one, but they in there having to get shot at 80 years old.
yeah, they're sexually assaulting some, and sometimes those who have cognitive issues, they probably just don't
Mm.
know what they do. Could think that's their husband or their wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, and just kind of do that kind of stuff. But do you remember this story? Now that you mentioned that, it was a lady.
Mm.
She was in a nursing facility, but she was bedridden. I think she was coma, and one of the staff members impregnated that woman. They didn't even know she was pregnant, and they delivered the baby. Do you remember that story? This was just a few years
Um,
back.
really? Oh, I just watched the episode season 26 of SVU that happened to this girl. But it was a pastor that came in and he said that God said that you needed a miracle and he impregnated this girl. And I was like, that's a form of taking it. You don't want to. Why? Why would you want? See, that's neither here nor there. But people crazy.
Yeah, that
Is
too.
that crazy?
You're
Would
right.
that be a mental illness?
Yeah, there's some sexual assaults going on, or like I say, some people who may have some cognitive issues might think that that's their husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, and they're, being
Now,
intimate.
honestly, I didn't think about it from that angle. Yes, for people with dementia and Alzheimer's. So I didn't think about it from that angle. Look at you humanizing me.
24 years in it, I got to think inside, outside, and all around.
Man, I was talking about the grannies and the papas that be at karaoke and bingo and the craft games and they go back to the room. I was thinking about them, but you're right. You you are right. You gotta think about the whole picture. So
Yeah, the whole
I hate
picture.
that. That's why uh we need better people in nursing homes.
We
Better
do.
staff.
We need more family members or church people or some type of community organizations to go in and visit them, because if there's visitors there, you tend to see things that might not be right, and you can report it because they
Yes.
can't stop you from, because they do have some church people that come and pray with them, and they have church in their day room or what have you. So you can have visitors there, even if it's not family members, but some old co-workers or something. Check on them. Just check on them.
We used to do that with YBE and then COVID hit and we have not done it again. That is something that I really want to do because not only for the health aspects of it, because you're right, there are things that visitors may see because we're focused on a smaller group than the employees could see. They have everybody else to worry about. But with visitors and going in, I really want to get the stories of those people who are 70, 80, and 90 years old, because once they're gone, those stories will never be told. Like, that's a
Right.
part of history that we'll never have. And just
Right.
to hear their point of view. And I think that's why I do like listening to random who cares documentaries, because you never know who's going to be speaking, because we get a lot of things from the books and things like that, but when you talk to somebody who has been there, it's different. Or when you talk to somebody who it was not a big event in history, just walking everyday life, it's totally different. So I think it is good to, get a group, especially of young people, band together and just go play bingo, because it's fun playing bingo with them folks. I promise you, it's
Yeah,
fun.
and then they can have some social skills so they won't feel so isolated. I remember when we was in elementary school, when I was,
Mhm.
we used to go to some of the nursing facilities and we would do a Christmas musical with them.
Yes, we did that in elementary and sing. We used to go to this place called
Just
Presbyterian Village.
yep, just to give them some entertainment and relieve some of that isolation they may have, because there are some who never have any visitors.
Yeah. Growing up, well, before my sister was born, so 80s, 90s, my mom was a LPN. So I grew up in a nursing home. My
Okay.
first 6, 7 years was in a nursing home. And you see the same visitors. Like, you don't see anybody new, you don't see anybody come to support people. And what I didn't know at the time, that I'm gonna say in the last 10, maybe 15 years, I learned that one of those patients when I was a kid was actually a cousin of mine. He was in a car accident
Wow.
when he was 25. So I was 5, 6 in the nursing home and he was there. That man just died like 2, 3 years ago. He's been in that nursing
Wow.
home since then. And my mom will
Yeah.
tell me, my mom, every time we visit Mississippi, will take him stuff and go down there. His family wasn't visiting him unless they needed money.
Yep.
Like, the people that was down there, and it got to the point where he didn't even want to go home with them. Like, that was his life because he had been there so long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so sad. I don't know how we got on that topic, but
I know our
these are
conversation
people in the
take
nursing home.
on.
Yeah,
But
they
it's
have lives too.
right. It's all about educate, enlightening, and that's what we are. Get yo together.
I said, get your shit. Because that's part of it. Either you gonna be in a home, your mama, your grandmama, and you want people to treat y'all folks right. You have to start too by treating other people right. You gonna get back what you put out there. So be
Absolutely.
mindful
Absolutely.
that those people are there. That's where they live. Them people that work there got to go home because they got houses and families too. They don't have all of the capacity to love on them people and spend time with them. So since you might end up there, go down there and say hey to somebody. I'm just saying.
You're right. You're right, because that nursing staff or the aides they are a ratio. So they might have 5 to 1, 7 to 1, 10 to 1, just depends, especially if somebody call off that day. So they're responsible for cleaning them, feeding them, changing their beds, or if they have an accident in their clothes, got to do all that as
Mhm.
well. So it would be nice for volunteers, church services, or some organizations or the schools go back into those venues or those facilities and just show a little TLC. It goes a long ways, because
Goes
you don't know when
long.
your time gonna come, and you don't have to be old to be there. I've seen a lot of young people there.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, my cousin been in this when he was 20s from a car accident because when
Yep.
nobody take care of them, when nobody help them.
Yep.
So, help those because your time coming. That's all we saying. That's part of getting your stuff together. Okay, living
Absolutely.
wheels and all that good stuff. All that's in there. Yeah, but,
So this
but
week coming up, we have some Supreme Court rulings. They haven't released everything, so just kind of keep your ears to the news and see what they're going to say. I know that the pundits or some of the news media are talking about the tariffs, whether they're
mhm,
legal or not. So that affects us all, and also the pricing of all this food and furniture and other things that we buy. So we'll see. Stay tuned in.
Stay tuned in. Forgot about this one. I wanted to bring this one up earlier since we're talking about him again. Your president put on Truth Social that
Why you give him to me? Don't give him to me.
our lovely commander in chief.
Oh, Nicki Minaj.
You know, he put on Truth Social that he is to since affordability is the word, that he is going to cap off credit card interest rates at 10%, and he signed an executive order. What I wanted to point out on that is this is where the ignorant people, the cult, will say, see, I told you that he's going to help. See, I told you. Let's go back. First off, he signed an executive order. That don't mean shit. That's one. Two, he cannot tell a credit card company, a private company, what to cap their rates off. They have to, it has to be laws for that. And let's remember, Joe Biden did go in and put in an $8 late fee. Was a cap. It was a law that the credit cards can't charge all of this money. They can't do all of that. Well, what did your president do? He took that away the first time when he first got into office. He X'd that out. So the credit cards companies start charging $40 and $50, $60 again. So don't be fooled by this post that he put on Truth Social that he gonna cap it off, because it starts January 20th, which marks the 1 year of him being voted in. It ain't doing nothing. Don't go purposely be late on your credit card and think it's gonna be nothing. No, he can't do nothing. So don't believe that. Ignorant people, cult people, your credit card bills are high. We know, mine too. The interest is high. I know, mine too. He can't cap it off, especially not with no executive order.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, executive orders are only good for the duration of that particular presidency. After that, it's over. It's not a law. You're 100% correct. I mean, that would be a good thing, but he's the master of deflection and manipulation. It's kind of like
marketing genius.
Sleeps. Yeah, his whole being is about how I can screw people over one way or another, or get accolade or praise from folks because I'm this. Poor fella, his mama and daddy did not love him. They messed him up. He needs this approval from others so bad. But here's the part, and he shows it. If you live by what other folks say, the applause and all the good things about it,
you die
then
by
you are die by their criticism. Die by their criticism.
You sure will. And that's why we need to keep criticizing and keep criticizing and keep criticizing. That need to be our goal every day. Just criticize. Okay? Everybody let's criticize. I'm just saying.
He can keep eating Big Macs and Diet Coke and French fries. I think that's gonna take care of him a lot faster. They say he ate on the plane a Big Mac, quarter pounder with cheese, fries, a Diet Coke, and a fillet of fish all in one setting. Do you know how many calories that is and sodium? Man, you can't keep going with that.
He is the healthiest president, he had the best doctor's reports and tests ever of anybody in history. I promise you I want to learn how to deflect and lie like that. Dude, man. I was just asking my husband, is it a class that they take? Like when you join the cult, do you take a deflection class? Because all of them can come up with some stuff and be just as straight faced and say it, and they say it with so much conviction and they want to fight. And I'm like, they believe that shit. Or do they not? I don't know. That's magic. That's the special kind of marketing.
They some strange folks, man. They some strange folks. That's all I can say.
That's a
Well,
special
we
kind
getting
of
close to
something.
our wrap up. We only got about 5 minutes or so to go. So before we leave, I heard you read that book. So what you thinking? We gotta do a book report on that.
Yes,
A book
Black
review. I
Fortune.
say book review. Yeah.
Yes, the book review. So I listened to it. It was a 6.5, 7 hour book. So it took me 2 days to listen to it. And I absolutely love how they went and told the
I
stories back
did
and forth.
too.
And at the last two chapters, how everyone's story kind of touched each other in some kind of way. I love how they enter. Anyway, that part, you got to read that part. But it gives, it shows you that just because we down, we not out. I can't remember the baby
Correct.
girl name from Nantucket. How that them white folks didn't educate her like they were supposed to, but she still became the HNIC at the end.
I think you're
And
talking about Miriam Ellen Pleasant. I think that's who
Pleasant,
it
yes.
is.
Pleasant still
Yeah.
did her thing. And then she funded John Brown. John Brown is the best white person ever in history. Y'all ain't gonna figure out who John Brown is.
Yes.
Man,
And
John
wait a
Brown
minute. The governors of California, or those that wanted to run for governor, which he did win, they had to go through her.
to go through her, stayed at her house, was
Yep.
her friend. Like
Yep.
you people, we the shit, y'all. I'm just saying.
We are. And I think that's why they hate us. There's a book out, and I haven't read it in years. It's called The Envy of the World. Read it. It's
Mm,
a good book. I don't know who the
that-
author's name is, but you'll pull those up. So pull up Black Fortune and put them in the blurb, and The Envy of the World. Those are
yeah.
good, and you're right. But what I got from that is that we always fought. We didn't just lay down and take what they put out to us. We fought, we did everything we could to make life better for ourselves,
Mhm.
and it was out of
Out of
necessity.
necessity. Robert Church
It was
had to
out of
fight his
necessity.
daddy.
Robert Church was the man. He was a man who didn't play. I love
Man,
it. I love it, love
his
it, love it.
daddy. His daddy though. And I learned I didn't know that they I mean, I knew that there were slaves who fought in the Confederacy, but it wasn't, and I knew that it wasn't of their own will, but the way they described it, I was just like, that man had to fight. He
Yep.
wasn't even from like they didn't have nothing to do with him because he wasn't down here, and then they caught him and made him fight. How you gonna catch me and make
Yep.
me fight? Like if you already caught me and I worked for you, but you caught me and made me fight, that's some shit.
Yeah. Well, we close to it, so you better
Yes.
sign off. We'll pick up on it, but it is a good book. It is a good book.
Yes, and make sure you like, subscribe, follow. We got Substack now, y'all. We're gonna
I
put it on
saw.
there. And we're gonna get some more things, and this book club thing is coming. Y'all we're gonna have to educate ourselves. But until next time, have a good one.
Good night.
Good night.